Too Casual Podcast, episode number 10. How are you doing, Drake?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, how are you?
You know, sitting.
Sitting? Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah? How you doing, Drake? What have you done this week?
Man, I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder. Me and Jenny are into that. And other than that, man, nothing.
That's a lie.
Is it?
I don't know, you help someone move.
Yeah, that was fun.
I went to the dentist, and I thought of something so funny that I almost died laughing while I was getting my teeth cleaned.
Yeah.
Do you know whenever they like spray water in your mouth and then they like do that sucky thing, suck it up?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what if someone just like drank the water and like just like thought they were giving them a drink? Just like thought they were just giving them a drink in the middle of the procedure, like the middle of cleaning.
I bet they would not be tickled because they like clean debris out and stuff with it.
I asked, and they're like, I asked like the person who's doing it after, because I was almost dying laughing, and I was like, do people ever just drink it? She's like, it happens more than you think. People will just like just swallow it.
Oh no!
She's like, you just turn back with the like suction thing, and it's gone. You're like, all right.
Because I know it's to like clean stuff, so I don't think you'd really want to drink it.
I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Nothing else fun, Drake?
No, man. I just pretty simple guy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I watched the new Phineas and Ferb movie.
I didn't know that was a thing, but okay.
Yeah. Phineas and Ferb, Candace Against the Universe. Yeah. It was fun.
Wow.
It was
That's
enjoyable.
Good.
Unlike there's two new movies that I didn't really enjoy, which is The Babysitter, Killer Queen, sequel to The Babysitter. It's a Netflix movie. It's a horror movie. Really bad. And I watched the new Scooby-Doo movie, and yeah, it's pretty bad. There's a part where they played like the Bulls theme, like the iconic 90s, like MJ. Yeah. And then that transitions to DJ Khaled, All I Do Is Win, and then the character dabs on you. So
yeah, I would have walked out of the theater.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it on HBO Max. I don't think it came out in theaters.
No. Yeah, you're probably right.
Which I don't think anyone is missing out on that. Yeah, don't turn it off. Just walk out of the room.
Walk out.
Leave the movie going.
Just gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go.
I mean, alright. I don't see a problem with that.
It's just the way I live. It's just the way I live my life, man.
Yeah. I asked her a bunch of questions. I don't know. I was just in the mood. The dentist. The dental hygienist, I guess is the correct term. And I was like, do you think... I didn't say, do you think? She obviously knew the answer. I was like, do dentists go to different dentists? Do dental hygienists go to their dentist that they work for or a different dentist?
Mm.
And she was like, well, we have multiple dentists here, so we just go here. And I was like, that's not fun. I want to like have like a dentist like ranks his hygienists like by teeth. I'm like, like he like judges people, like gives them raises based on teeth. It's like, she's not been cleaning her teeth very good.
Yeah, she's not a flosser.
Yeah, I just thought, I don't know. Whatever. Our movie this week, we'll get into that, is Spaceballs, directed by Mel Brooks, starring Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman, John Candy, Joan Rivers, and yeah, Drake.
Andy.
Did you write a paragraph this week? Probably not.
I wouldn't call it a paragraph. I would say I wrote a couple of sentences.
You could argue a paragraph is a couple of sentences.
Okay, well, maybe this is good enough. One of the first movies that I ever liked was Uncle Buck with John Candy. And I think that him playing Barf is the greatest thing ever. I just want that to be known. I think it's hilarious. And I looked up, this is the first movie that I've looked up things on it. Like,
Ever?
to try and find out more about it. Well, since that we've been reviewing. And, so there was actually somebody controlling his ears.
Yeah.
But he got, like, weirded out by it or something, like it was moving too much on the screen. So he, like, actually put the backpack on and controlled it.
Yeah. He wanted to go full dog. He wanted to be a full dog, but Mel Brooks is like, well, we got John Candy. We're going to use John Candy's face.
Yeah.
So that's why he's like that thing.
Barf.
The what is it? The Mog, I think. MAWG.
Yeah. I like spoofs. I think this is a pretty funny one. It's pretty. I like scary movie and stuff like that. So obviously it's like a different thing, but it's still good. It's I don't really have much to say except it's just a pretty all around funny movie. It's just a good lighthearted thing to watch, and I think everybody does pretty well in it, and just entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, Mel Brooks, that's what he does. He makes
Stuff you don't have to think about.
He makes spoof movies, Blazing Saddles. I should probably pull up his filmography. Blazing Saddles is a famous one, which you really like. He did Young Frankenstein, which Blazing Saddles is his take on westerns. Young Frankenstein's his take on horror movies, and this is his take on science fiction, obviously. And then he has like the silent movie, where it's him taking on silent movies, which is I watched the documentary that goes along with this, and he's like, the reason I think I'm so successful at making these spoof movies is because I love the genre, and then I make, like, I'm just like kind of poking fun at it, and like everyone in their roles are playing it serious, and that's kind of like the funny part about it, is that they're not playing it like comedians. Like John Candy is obviously like one of the funniest people ever lived, but he's like somewhat serious in his role as Barf.
Like he's trying to be Barf.
Yeah, he's like trying to be Barf. And it's great. It makes fun of Star Wars, Star Trek. It makes fun of Planet of the Apes. I never like remembered the Planet of the Apes one, but it's blatantly obvious like at the end, and they go ridiculous, start making fun of everything near the end of the movie.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty fun time. My favorite scene is definitely Vinny and Pizza the Hut. It's definitely the funniest scene to me. I don't know why, but Vinny's like talking, and he's like, "There's the boss man," or whatever he says, and it's, "I'm Pizza the Hut." That's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
What's your favorite scene? You can't say Pizza the Hut.
I don't know.
What'd you laugh at the hardest?
All of it.
I don't know. Did you laugh at the ridiculously oversized ship?
I like whenever their lightsabers like intertwingle.
Yeah. Whenever I hate when this happens. I don't know. It's a fun movie. It's it's weird to talk about comedies, obviously, because it's just like, oh, this was funny, this is funny. But so, like, I don't know. Do you prefer this over, like, a Will Ferrell comedy? Where I would, like, put this in, like, there's, like, different subgenres within comedy. Obviously, this is, like, a spoof movie, but, like, I don't know how to describe it. This one's, like, the whole thing is a comedy. I don't, like, there's no words. I guess there's never been, like, a subgenre, like, classification for this. But, like, this and, like, Airplane, or Playtime by Jacques Tati, like Black Sabbath. No, I keep on naming stuff. Is it Black Sabbath? I'll Google it. Black Sabbath is the band. Black Narco. Nah, I don't know what it is. The freaking Mr. Bean TV show. It's Black something. But like it's comedy where it's like the whole thing is funny, and like
there's not those serious moments.
Like the whole thing is funny with like stuff going in the background, or like how ridiculous their costumes are, or just like the way like what's going on. Do you like this, or do you prefer something like Like a Will Ferrell movie where it's just punchline, lead up, punchline. That's the funny part.
Yeah, I like the continuous comedy, like things like this. I've always I like the spoof stuff because every time you watch it, you find something funny, like that you might not have noticed the first time. I mean, they have stuff going on in the background that you don't even pay attention to, and it's probably just as funny as what's going on screen.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really like. I don't know. Scary movie. Yeah, is one of my Blackadder is the show, by the way. Mr. Bean show, Blackadder.
Black Hatter. Adder?
Yeah, Black Adder.
Gotcha.
That's the original Mr. Bean show before Americans ruined Mr. Bean. Not really ruined him, but he's way funnier in Blackadder.
Yeah.
Than the show Mr. Bean. I don't know. I could just be talking on my butt. But Mr.
You
Bean.
never know.
Is Mr. Bean even in Blackadder? I don't know what I'm talking about. I swear he is. I know the actor is. Yeah, I think I'm making that up. Mr. Bean is definitely not a part of Blackadder. I don't know. There's like an English version of the Mr. Bean show, and there's an American version. I'm pretty sure. Or the American movies. And the British version is better than the American one.
Interesting.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's okay.
Been wrong this entire time about him, even though we're talking about Spaceballs. And Rowan Atkinson has literally nothing to do with Spaceballs. This movie was the most expensive CGI budget in the year it came out. Like, it had a big budget. It was a big budget movie, unlike most spoof movies that are very low budget.
Right. It's kind of crazy.
It had like a $4 million CGI budget, which is nothing in today's time. Yeah. But this movie came out in 1987.
Yeah.
Trying to see the full budget. Yeah, it had a $22.7 million budget.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Like, it's, it's cool. I like it. Nothing really else to talk about.
Yeah, it's just a solid movie.
Just
funny. It's easy to watch.
Goofy movie to pick before we go into picking several horror movies in a row. Where I have zero clue what Drake's gonna pick, but we'll see. We'll see.
Indeed.
Is this and what's the other one? Blazing Saddles the only Mel Brooks movies you've seen that you know of at the top of your head?
That I know of, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's weird too, well, not what's weird, but the people who actually showed me these two movies were my parents. Like they were really into it. Like they love Mel Brooks. So
did you ever watch the Spaceballs TV show?
No.
I remember it was on G4. Great channel. It's coming back, but probably is gonna be awful. The G4 channel is like the gaming channel, the video game TV show. It's where like E3 was all the time, and like G4 TV with like what's her name? The chick that dated Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know.
I don't remember her name. Attack of the Show. What a classic. What's her name? Olivia Munn. But what was I saying with that? Yeah, there's like Spaceballs animated series on G4 where like a lot of them came back and did it. Like Mel Brooks was in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's interesting. They only ran for one season. There's only 14 episodes, I think. 15 episodes. I couldn't find anywhere to watch it, unfortunately, without spending $2 per episode. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that. I was just asking if you ever seen it.
Yeah, nope. I haven't.
So, Drake, what would you give this movie out of 10?
I gave it an 8, which I don't know. It's just a solid movie. There's nothing that I like hate about it. And
I'm just realizing now. I noticed his tie in the movie, but it's funnier on this DVD cover. His tie just looks like a penis.
yeah, they definitely did that on purpose.
I noticed how ridiculous his tie was, but I guess I never noticed it because it was on like a black background, but on the DVD, there's space behind it. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a solid movie, man.
I was thinking, our film club has been pretty solid, and we haven't really picked a bad movie yet.
No.
The lowest movie I think I have given is a 5 out of 10. I believe, which was Palm Springs.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, no, Spy Kids was the lowest rated one. Spy Kids, Palm Springs are the lowest rated ones. But we've had a pretty solid film club.
Yeah.
Let's see if they'll continue going.
You never know.
Do you hear that?
I don't. No, I can't hear anything. No, I can hear stuff, but I can't hear whatever you're.
There's something going on outside my house, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, Drake, your pick is up next. Maybe I'm getting robbed live on podcast.
That would be nuts.
Drake, your pick is up. The last movie, but I'm pretty sure, aka it is. I know for a fact, I know I said pretty sure. The last movie before we get to spooky season.
Okay.
So Drake, what is your pick?
My pick is The Jerk, 1979.
I'm aware of the movie, but I can't tell you. I know it's a comedy movie, and I know it's what's that guy's name? Oh,
Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin. It's a Steve Martin comedy movie. I've never seen it.
Nope.
I just know it's a Steve Martin movie. And yeah, it should be fun. Steve Martin's a funny guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it away, and the reason that I picked this is because of one scene.
I mean, you can tell us next episode. You don't have to spoil why you picked it.
Well, no, I'm just going to give a little hint. It's I'm not going to say anything that happened, but there is one scene in it, and when it happened, it is the hardest I've ever laughed in a movie before.
Yeah?
And that's all I have to say about it. One of the scenes is the hardest I've ever laughed in a movie.
Was this recently watched it?
I watch it all the time. I mean, I'm not going to say all the time, but I watch it several times a year.
Well, The Jerk, 1990, 1960?
1999.
1979. I don't know, I said 1990, and then I freaked out and I was like, I forgot what decade it was.
Yeah. Directed by Carl Reiner, however you want to say it.
Definitely Reiner.
Comedy legend.
Pretty sure, right.
Yeah, Carl Reiner.
I don't know. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
2 goofy movies in a row, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Right before it gets serious.
I mean, we could just go with goofy horror movies, because I'm pretty sure...
Goosebumps.
Yeah, my next pick. My next pick is a horror movie. I get 3 horror movies, you get 2. I guess theoretically you could pick a third one after October. Nothing's stopping you.
I could have picked one. I'm going to pick one for Christmas.
We did cover Krampus on DCD on Christmas. That great movie. We actually don't have a Christmas pick technically. Our episode comes out the 26th. So either do it like a week early, which I guess everyone celebrates Christmas like after Thanksgiving anyways, which is not even true. They celebrate Christmas like second Halloween's over. But I've always been like, you don't celebrate Christmas till after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know people that still got the trees up, so.
Why not? Why not? Is Clyde behind you or am I tripping?
You're tripping. He's not even here, I don't think.
He's not even in your house?
No.
What?
He's at the grandparents.
What is the most popular movie you haven't seen?
Like recent?
No, just like all time. What's like a movie that people are like, you haven't seen this?
Monty Python, The Holy Grail.
Another silly movie.
Yeah, but I've never seen it, and literally, I couldn't count on my hands how many times people say, "Have you seen this movie?" I've never seen it.
My answer is Infinity. No, Endgame. I will never see it. I guess is technically the answer. Or like, there's a lot that like I haven't seen, like The Godfather, or Lord of the Rings, or I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah.
I've never seen Jaws. Why are you looking at me like that?
You've never seen Jaws?
Yeah, I just said that.
Okay. I mean, that's one of those movies then, for sure.
There's a lot of movies.
Yeah, I would think there'd be a lot of movies for me. But that was just the first one that popped in my head that, like, because that's one that I consistently get asked about. Like, people are like, have you seen this?
My mom always memes that I haven't seen. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And I just refuse to watch it because I think it's funny.
Just keep it going.
It's directed by Milos Forman, which he directed a movie called Man on the Moon, starring Jim Carrey, which is really good, from 1999. Best year ever. I'm just continuing the meme. Once I get done with my 1999 list, I guess the meme's just going to move on to 2000.
It's going to be so sad. Sad day.
We're going to just keep the meme with 1999 and then add the 2000 meme like to it. Yeah. And every year I just keep on adding.
Yeah.
But 1998, I'll never... No, I still don't know where I'm going to go after 1999. I've been like I've been procrastinating 1999 a lot. And if I was like... My plan is like to watch one movie a day, but I've been like procrastinating for the past like 4 months. I definitely would have been done by now if I continued watching like one a day.
Yeah.
There's like 98 left on the list, and I've seen a couple of them before. Like I should explain that better. I have seen them before I rated things, I guess is the best way to put it. I watched them as a kid.
Yeah.
Like Toy Story 2.
Right, so you couldn't get like a fair grade.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't think you should grade something that you haven't seen recently.
Yeah.
I don't think you should rate something without giving it stay in court. And like I see YouTubers do all the time where they'll like rank, like, I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus, but there's some specific YouTubers that have done this over and over and over again, and it's noticeable. Where they're like, let's talk about all the Pixar movies, and like they've seen them all, but they haven't seen them all recently. Where like they haven't seen one in like decades, and they like try to talk about it. And I mean, you could still talk about a movie without saying it like forever, and like what you remember about it. You could probably argue that having sat on the movie for a long time is a better review than not sitting on it. Because like, for example, like The Lighthouse or Taxi Driver, I like those movies, but you know, they're my two favorite movies of all time now. But when I first watched them, they weren't, you know?
Right.
But,
you
know, you can't give it like a fair day in court without watching it recently. And there's a couple YouTubers that do that all the time, and it's kind of annoying whenever you notice it.
Right.
When they're like, yeah. There's one specific one in my mind that does that all the time. Not really all the time. It's not like he makes constant videos talking about like a lot of things, but whenever he does do the thing that I dislike. There's a new movie coming out in November. Not really. Probably October. It's a scary movie. But I think it's a November release date. For some reason. I don't remember. Let's Google it. It is... Yeah, November. I don't know. That's stupid for a horror movie. I guess... Whatever. I'm not a genius marketing person.
Amen.
But it's a Blumhouse movie, which I don't know if you know what that is.
Nope.
It's a horror movie company that basically makes super low budget movies that are most likely going to be really bad. They make really awful movies. Let me pull up some Blumhouse movies to give you some examples. Like Happy Death Day was them. They did do Get Out, which I guess is technically their like best movie ever by like a mile. But like they're like, and they did like The Purge and Insidious, but like recently they've been like, they like noticed like, oh, you can make you can like put zero effort into your movie and like give it a low budget, and you can make a lot of money off of it just because it's a horror movie and like they see the Blumhouse name on it, because we've made like decent horror movies like Paranormal Activity, Insidious, Sinister, The Purge, Oculus, stuff like that. But then they make like super crappy ones like Truth or Dare or like Unfriended or like what's the other one? They made like a bunch of bad movies. The Ouija movie. I'm trying to find like a list. Belko Experiment is really bad. And they make holiday themed horror movies for Hulu, and it's like episodic. Not really. It's technically episodic because it's all part of the series, but on Hulu they're not like they're not under like a TV show. Where each holiday, literally like all of them, like Boxing Day gets one, like Labor Day gets one. There's like I don't know exactly which holidays get it.
Just not.
But they do it all the time. They have like a Thanksgiving one that my mom really liked that I absolutely hated. It's called Into the Dark. That's a series. That's kind of like the main thing that I hate them for, is that they make really cheap movies. Basically, I'm saying all this to tell you that they're making a movie this November starring Vince Vaughn called Freaky. Have you seen the trailer for this?
I don't think so.
So, somebody at Blumhouse, even though movies take years, not really years, but months to make, someone at Blumhouse has got to be watching our podcast, and they spawned this idea from it. All right? Because we came up with this idea. So Freaky is Freaky Friday, but the chick switches bodies with a serial killer. And like the serial killer is killing people in her body, and she's the serial killer. But like, and everyone knows the serial killer looks like. They stole it, and we know the ending of the movie. She's gonna kill herself. Hey, Jenny.
Andy says hi. That is nuts. They literally stole it from us.
Yeah, and she's gonna kill herself. That's gonna be the end of the movie. Watch it. Watch it. We've talked about this episodes ago. I don't remember what episode. She's gonna 13 Reasons Why in the bathtub, cut her wrists, and the movie's gonna end.
Toaster. Just tell him bring me my money. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Where's that check? You know?
Where's that royalty?
Jack Harlow bit me. That's an inside joke for like 2 people that listen to this podcast will get.
They took it out my brain.
Yeah. They stole that from us.
Give me my check.
There's no way it's gonna be good. It's directed by the guy that did Happy Death Day, which like the first one I thought was pretty interesting. And that's kind of like his gimmick, I guess. Happy Death Day is Palm Springs. I'm blanking. Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day, but every day she dies. I guess that's his gimmick, is he's like taking these like old movies and horrifying it, like Freaky Friday and Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's his thing. He found success doing it. He made 2 movies, and he's like, well, if this worked, maybe I can do this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like another reason why I hate Blumhouse is because they're so like business and not really. They're not in it for the point. They're not in it to make art. They're in it for the money.
Yeah. That's true.
But hey, Jason Blum, if you want to give me a budget of $1 million to make a horror movie, I'll do it. I'm down. I'll make a cheap horror movie. Apparently, the director of it came out as gay in 1999, so another reason why 1999 is the best. Guy came out as gay. Shout out to him, I guess. Yeah, that's all my topics. As usual, I run out of topics like 30 minutes into the episode.
Okay.
Drake, did you bring anything to the table today?
Yeah, I was, surfing the web like I do. And this thing came up, and it might not be that interesting, but they took some IQ tests, and they figured out what the dumbest state is.
Is it Kentucky?
It is not Kentucky. We're like 18th, I think. 18th dumbest.
I mean, there's 2 kids that went to our school that got 36s, so on the ACT.
Yeah. Well, we had, we're like 18th dumbest, but
18th dumbest? I thought you meant 18th smartest.
No, we're the 18th dumbest. It's not that good.
Heck yeah.
Mississippi's the dumbest. They had the lowest IQs out of the pool that they had, so.
I feel like you could still, like, though. There's no, like. It's hard to do, like, the scientific method. Because you could just pull. Like, I could pull, like, the dumbest people in New York. Like, oh, right. New York's the dumbest state.
Yeah. And to be fair, I didn't, like, look at the.
I could take literal mentally handicapped people from New York and be like, take this test. Yeah. And, like, oh no, everyone from New York is freaking stupid.
Exactly. And that might be what they did. I don't know their
was it one of those like
I don't know any of that.
Was it one of those like things that are like, this is the favorite fast food restaurant, or this is the favorite drink? Like one of those things?
That's probably exactly what it was, because
where they
like Kentucky's is always like something stupid.
Where they poll like one person. And they're like, the whole state loves, everyone in Kentucky loves like Jack in the Box or something.
Yeah, Jack in the Box. Popeye, like something
dumb.
But yeah, so shout out Mississippi for being dumb.
Yeah. If you're from Mississippi, get screwed.
We're 18 times smarter than you.
A whole 18 times smarter than you. I mean, I guess I came in first place.
Showing, boy. Yeah. If you ain't first, you're last.
Man, the PS5 got announced and the pre-orders and stuff. And, yeah, pre-orders like sold out like within like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fun for us. Whenever the Xbox pre-orders release the 22nd, you need to haul your ass to GameStop, which you'll be at work. Oh, get screwed! You'll be at work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it then.
You're just not gonna get the new Xbox then.
I mean, I'll get it, but
we never talked about the Xbox like 2 episodes ago. Whenever they announced it, do you know like what the whole rundown is? The new Xbox.
It's $4.99. PlayStation matched it.
Well, there's the Xbox Series S, which is a discless version.
Oh yeah,
that has a worse GPU with same processor. That's $399 or $299.
I feel like I have that right beside me.
Huh?
The same Xbox.
The Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series. Do you have the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S?
The S.
Yeah, the Xbox One X runs better than the Xbox Series S.
Oh, so that's good.
Apparently, according to the internet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. There's like a Call of Duty producer is like, Xbox is going to bottleneck next generation, but it's not really true at all. It's just going to run games at a lower resolution, lower quality than the new, like, PCs exist. They've always existed in gaming.
Right.
PCs have always had different specs. It's not going to bottleneck it.
I mean, literally, like, we played PUBG on Xbox. Yeah. It's the game that was made for PCs.
And like the Xbox One X is the best console right now. That's the original Xbox One, the one that I have since day one, November 2013.
Yeah.
This mind bottleneck of the generation. It's just so stupid. They don't even use it in their brain.
Right.
And also like the processor is like the main thing. The processor is the exact same as the new console. So it's just gonna run at a lower quality. That's literally it. Just has a lower GPU.
Yeah.
Now it has less teraflops, so it's not gonna run your games at 4K, 144 frames or whatever, 120 frames. The Xbox Series X is apparently supposed to run at 8K, like full max quality 8K.
Well, I'm going to be at work, so I'm not getting it.
Yeah, get screwed. I'm gonna be at GameStop before they open and be like, give me the new Xbox, even though there's like no launch titles that I really care for.
Yeah.
I don't know. Week 1 at the NFL happened. You enjoy that?
Yeah, it was good. It was nice to be back in some form of normality. Nice to see some people on the field.
Yeah, speaking of week 1 of the NFL season, I guess I'll transition that to Hog of the Week.
Hog of the week, baby.
But first, who is not the Hog of the Week? I don't know if you're going to do it every week, but I'm kind of forcing your hand.
Yeah, well, you did kind of force my hand. And who lost?
Last night, the Bengals lost.
The Bengals lost. They gave up like 4 sacks or something, so they're definitely gonna. The whole O-line is gonna be my not hog of the week.
4 sacks. The Eagles gave up 8.
Okay, well,
it was 8 to.
this
it could have been 11, but the first number that came in my head was 8. It was like a ridiculous number.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say the Bengals just because they let the Browns beat them, and
I don't.
so
dude, that's so.
the whole
Everyone was
line.
like the Browns are so bad, but their week 1 opponent. First off, no preseason. People like completely forgot that there's no preseason. I think that factors in heavily.
Yeah, they're holding people super accountable for people that haven't played.
I think that affects the game heavily preseason. You could be like,
yeah.
starters preseason don't really affect it, but I still think it does. Like, even though they're playing 1 quarter, it's still playing time. It's still getting in shape. I mean, obviously, getting in shape would be like the practice and like the training camp beforehand, but
Yeah.
It all of that goes together, and I think like no preseason, someone can like slack off a little bit, or like they're not ready, they're not game ready, and then they lost to literally like the best team in the NFL, and people are like the Browns are the worst team in the league, even though they coming off no preseason, and also they played they barely beat the Bengals, and the Bengals aren't that good, so I guess. But there's also division rivals, and that's like another thing for like the Ravens and Browns. Division rival games don't really count when evaluating a team's overall skill because they play each other so much that they know each other like top to bottom.
Yeah. Do you know Joe Burrow threw 61 times last night?
Yeah, it was the most. I think in a rookie game ever. He tied the second most completions in a Bengals game history.
61 times.
Let me look up DVOA.
300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Let me Google the DVOA ratings. I haven't done that yet. And yeah, that's usually a good standard to go by to see how good a team is.
And also the reason that the Bengals O-line, the whole thing, is the not hog of the week.
No, Cleveland had the worst DVOA. Oh, get screwed. Maybe they were bad. Yeah, they had an awful DVOA. I didn't watch the game, but I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they're the worst team in the league, but maybe they are. Maybe they are. According to DVOA, they're bad.
I feel like for the people that they had, they shouldn't be.
But also, according to DVOA, Jacksonville Jaguars are the 3rd best team in the league, which just isn't true.
No,
so
not even. I figured them to be last, to be honest.
Well, they had a good week 1. They played the Colts, and the offense was weird. James Robinson did really well. Their new running back, because Leonard Fournette got cut. Or not new. I don't think he's new to the team. I don't really know anything about James Robinson's career. Couldn't tell you anything about it besides that game. And they're off. They like threw the ball 19 times, or 19 completions, I think. I think maybe it was 19 times they threw the ball. Because they threw the ball like ridiculously. Like DJ Chark, their number 1 receiver, had 3 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. But yeah. I don't know. Week 1's cool.
Yeah, also the reason that the Bengals O-line is not hog of the week, they had 68 total rushing yards, which I guess they did throw it 61 times, but they also ran it like 24, so you got to do better, Hogs.
Yeah, you got to do better, Hogs. I can look up the Football Outsiders DVOA. Who had the worst offensive line week 1? The New York Giants. According to adjusted line yards. They're the only team in the league that had negative adjusted line yards. Oh, yeah. Dude, that should be your not hog of the week. Saquon Barkley ran for like 15 times for like 19 yards.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was ridiculous how bad.
Okay, I need to
O-line
change
was.
it then. Because
Let me
that man
Google it.
really doesn't even need blocking. So they literally had to have just been trying to tackle him too.
I had. It was really bad. Like I remember looking at the stats at one point. He had 9 rushes for 6 yards, and Saquon Barkley, literally the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
His final stat
Absolute
line was
monster.
15 attempts for 6 yards. Saquon Barkley, 15 attempts for 6 yards, 0.4 yards per carry.
Okay, not hog of the week. Giants O-line. I'm changing it. Sorry, Bengals. Y'all actually did okay. Y'all had 10 times the rushing yards as him, so.
Yeah, let's see it. Running back yard.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's really bad. Their success against their success against power blitzes was 0% on power runs. I guess that's what it means. Who had the most sacks?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Philly got sacked 8 times, but still had a better O-line than the Giants this week.
That's so sad.
Let's see where Philly.
I guess that
finished. Philly's pretty decent.
Laugh because I'd be worse. So
Yeah,
but still,
they had a negative adjusted line yard. So that's bad. That's bad.
yep.
So who's the hog of the week?
The hog of the week for coming back and absolutely murdering somebody. Trent Williams.
Yep.
He killed that guy. I thought he died.
Jordan Hicks.
I thought he died. Yeah, definite hog of the week. Easy pick this week, Trent Williams.
Best left tackle in the league, Trent Williams. No bias.
Absolutely murdered him.
It was the end of the first quarter. Absolutely just demolished Jordan Hicks.
I mean, he was looking anywhere except for Trent Williams' way, and he paid.
There's someone. Kyle Shanahan said something about it. Hopefully, I like the tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said after that, they were like watching video of it. He said, "Wow, it's good to have you back, Trent." He just demolished him.
Yeah, when you sent me that, that immediately went to my number one.
Did you see the Shia LaBeouf thing today?
I did, dude. I've been watching videos on that. That is hilarious.
They're doing like they're doing a table read of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
And Shia LaBeouf is just blazed out of his mind.
Oh, dude, he was in the scenes, and he's just like, just staring at stuff. And then at one point, he's like getting out of the car. He's in a car for some reason.
Well, yeah, his character he played was a stoner too. So like people are like, is he the greatest method actor of all time?
Or was he just slapped?
And there's like clips that my favorite one's like Sean Penn. It like cuts to him while Shia is like doing his thing, and Sean Penn's just dying laughing at how blazed up his mind he is.
Yeah, it was good. I saw Brad Pitt was laughing at him too. Like they kept looking up at him.
I just like
Dude, he's in a
continue.
He's in a car like sweating. Just
Yeah, he's like hotboxing a car. For some reason, he's in a car.
Yeah, I actually today was the first day I saw that stuff, and it was.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna keep trying
this
to
morning.
find videos. Yeah.
He,
okay, that's why.
He was in a movie that came out this year that like no one's talked about, but whenever it was like being made, he got like a chest tattoo for the movie, and it's really bad. It's called The Tax Collector. Maybe we'll pick it. The like main antagonist is George Lopez.
Okay. That's got to be solid.
Maybe we'll pick it one day. It's apparently really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like funny, like people were like, this movie's gotta be good if he's getting a tattoo for it. And it's just awful.
Hot garbage.
Yeah. It's, you know.
Oh, you know.
I feel like every time. One day I'll prepare topics for the podcast and not just write down funny things. I don't know. We eventually hit a point in every podcast where it's like, I don't know what to talk about anymore.
Yeah. I think it's our dynamic, though.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't see why
I
not.
feel like it'd be better if we prepared a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah. I have to read a big book. Look at this big book that I have to read. I really have to. But.
Charlie Coffin.
Yeah. He directed a movie, would you believe it? Called, have you heard of it? Called I'm Thinking of Ending Things on Netflix.
Why does this keep going?
You're the one that said his name. I wasn't gonna mention it. Have you heard of it?
I still haven't watched the movie, and I bet this is punishment for not.
I mean, I watched the movie and I've read the book, and then I'm reading this book. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I haven't uploaded a video all this month. And I think it's because I'm getting too... Well, one, I'm busier now because I have actual work instead of just having complete free time because of Corvid.
Yeah.
But I'm getting like too, I guess, ambitious with my... I'm like aware that I'm being too ambitious, but like I don't want to hone it down. Like I need to figure out a way to like make smaller videos to break up these like huge videos. Like all my video ideas right now are like super ambitious.
Yeah.
And like this is
You
just
need
a
some
review
fillers.
for I'm thinking of ending things, and like
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold this back a little bit. That's like a bunch of stuff I have to do for the review, or like research, I guess, for the review. And like I don't know, I'm being like super, and like I'll never get views or anything, so I don't know why I'm like putting effort into it. But like I don't know, I just want to.
Yeah.
So
because you love it.
that book's huge, and it came out this year. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I don't know. I was gonna make a video reviewing the new WWE game that came out yesterday for us, a couple days, 2 days ago for y'all, and if you listen to this when it comes out, and I just don't. I don't know where like what I want to review because I like wanted to do it, but I was like, nah, I don't want to anymore, and like.
Yeah.
I want to still do video game reviews, but like I'm not for sure what. Like, you know. Maybe. I don't know. I have like a bunch of ideas, but they're all super like ambitious. And like that would be like the only thing that'd be like a one-off. Like reviewing some like old game.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, for like movies, I want to like get like super into it. Like hypothetically, if I did like I would never do it because we covered it on the podcast, but hypothetically, if I did a video on like Rushmore, I would like want to watch all of Wes Anderson's movies and then make the video.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm being super picky. Something that will probably
That's
be
okay.
not even noticeable in the video that I ever like looked at the other stuff. But, you know.
You never know.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll never upload again. We'll see. What are you doing?
I still can't believe that dude took our idea. I'm so upset right now.
The Freaky Friday thing?
Gosh, I could punch a hole in my wall.
Because we came up with Freaky Friday. There's no such thing as Freaky Friday before we came up with it.
No, not that. Just what we said. What you said mostly, but
He really didn't steal anything at all. I was just memeing.
I think he did.
He just turned it into like a serial killer movie. He stole it. He stole it.
But if he ends it like we said,
He thought my idea was so funny that he made a whole movie leading up to her deciding that she's going to kill her. Dude, people would be so upset if she killed herself at the end.
oh, they cry. File a lawsuit or something.
Like, have you heard of it? I'm Thinking Many Things, directed by Charlie Kaufman. People were like really upset that I saw like an argument I think on Twitter or it was on Letterboxd where someone was like upset. They're like, someone who suffers from depression is going to watch this movie and it's going to convince them to kill themselves. Which is not even like it's not even like, I mean, it's hard to talk about without spoiling it, but it's not really like a depression. It's not like a, you know, I don't know. It's hard. The movie, covers a lot of different topics, and the book covers a lot of different topics, and I'm kind of like mixing them both in my head at this point.
Yeah.
But it's not really... I guess I could see where they're talking about, but I don't think someone that already isn't contemplating killing themselves would watch this and be like, oh, I'm going to kill myself now, you know?
Yeah.
Someone already has to be like, not good. I don't think...
Right. It's not going to lead them to it.
Yeah. Like, 13 Reasons Why, that was very bad. I'm trying to think of correct words. That was very bad because it, like, made, like, killing yourself, like, I don't know how to explain it. It made it seem like a socially, like, good thing because she, like, killed herself and everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
And, like, she, like, affects these people's lives and, like, it's the whole, like, point of the show. She kills herself and there's, like, the 13 tapes. I think that's very, very not responsible take on suicide versus I'm thinking of ending things is like, I would say responsible because it's not really like don't kill yourself, but it's not like as 13 Reasons Why just did it really awfully and wasn't really responsible. And it was just like, I wouldn't say romanticizing, but it's like the word that comes to my head, romanticizing suicide.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like romanticizing or like humanizing, just like giving it emotions.
Well, I was thinking like, it like makes it seem like if you kill yourself, like someone can be someone could be like, oh, I'm so like lonely and like nobody knows who I am, like, and they're like depressed because they're like lonely and they're like, if I kill myself, then everyone will know my name, and that's like not a good.
And then it does happen. There. Yeah.
Has anyone? Let's see. Has anyone killed themselves because of the TV show?
Oh, I'm sure.
I know.
I think someone probably copied what she did.
Teen suicide rate spiked after debut of 13 Reasons Why. Study says. You know, fun fact, men kill themselves more than females, but no one wants to talk about that. I just accidentally played some audio that they're probably going to hear, or unless I edit it out like I normally do. Let's see. I'm trying to see the numbers. It doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter. The Slenderman, there's like the 2 teenage girls that copied Slenderman.
I don't know that I've ever seen it. I haven't.
Was a game.
Oh, it was a game? Okay, well.
Well, it was a creepypasta. Do you know what a creepypasta is?
Like some bad spaghetti? No.
Yeah, it's some mean spaghetti. It's like you eat that spaghetti and like it's like some supernatural spaghetti. No, There's a thing on the internet called copypasta. Have you ever seen like a paragraph like spammed? Like you ever see like a paragraph on the internet like over and over and over again? Or it's like, I don't know how to explain it. There's like the one that's like, I'm an ex-Navy SEAL. And it's like goes on. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Good luck, bud. Or like,
okay, yeah, I've probably seen that.
Famous.
Maybe not that one, but one similar.
Pasta. But like, copypasta is a thing that was like, it's famous on forums where it's like a certain like thing that people copy and paste. In like, I guess is the best way to put it. If you haven't seen it, I guess you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But it's a thing on the internet where like people just like take the same thing and like spam it. They like just copy and paste it. That's what copy pasta, copy paste, copy pasta. Creepypasta is the same thing, but it's with like a horror story. You'll find a lot of those on reddit.com/no sleep. And that
no sleep.
There's like a lot of creepypastas that are like turning into movies and stuff recently. But creepypasta, you might be more familiar with those than the other one. Google Jeff the Killer. I feel like you know that creepypasta. I mean, you know who Slenderman is. At least you've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Famous couple. But creepypasta is one of those, and the creepypasta for Slenderman inspired like these 2 teenage girls that they like two 12-year-old girls lured their best friend to the woods and stabbed her 19 times to prove that Slender Man is real.
Okay. I have seen Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, that's like probably the most famous one. Like picture-wise, that picture's pretty popular.
Yeah.
But there's like a whole story that goes with it. You can like Google like Jeff the Killer story, and there's like a whole like story, like a short story that it's not like a book, it's like a short story that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, people like copy that, paste it places. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know what we were. Yeah, Slender Man stabbing, real thing. People were inspired by Slender Man to go kill people.
Yeah. I think it probably wasn't. It might have not been true. Could have been true. Who knows? But I know that I heard that people had copied Hannah Baker or whatever.
Yeah, nothing came up when I Googled that.
Yeah. It was probably just like I'm sure people were just saying it, but who knows?
Yeah. That dang. I still haven't finished the newest season. It's so bad.
I haven't even thought about watching it.
How much have you seen of it?
The first season?
I only watched it. I watched the first season because we were in high school when it came out, and it was really popular in our school. And then season 2 came out after we graduated, and I only watched season 2 because I wanted to see the kid shoot up the school. Spoiler alert. He doesn't. Yeah. And then like season 2, I'm going to go full spoiler. If you get mad for me spoiling 13 Reasons Why, tweet me.
Watch the show. Quicker.
So season 2 is like the trial of Hannah Baker, I guess, if I remember.
Okay.
And then season 3, Bryce dies, and they're trying to figure out who killed Bryce. And then like season 4, another character is dead. At one point, one of the characters gets hooked on heroin. At one point, one of the characters they introduce a new character in season 3. A completely new character in season 3. For no reason. In season 4. And there's like a whole bunch of like new backstory. And it's like so stupid. And like, I don't know. Like each episode of season 4 is so ridiculous. Like it's so bad. It's like hard to sit through. But I don't know. Eventually I'll finish it, I guess. I downloaded it on my phone because we were going to go camping, but we never did. We, as in me, Wes, and Dylan, you were at work. You're not part of the 1999 bunch, you 1998 old man.
I don't want to hang out with y'all young kids.
What was I saying? Anyways, yeah. I was going to watch it. They deleted the suicide scene. Like, if you go and watch the show, it's no longer in there. Where she, like, cuts her wrist in the bathtub and, like, blood gushes out.
So I had to sit through that shit and get traumatized?
Yeah, it's no longer there.
Everybody else doesn't have to?
There's a thing that says families blame 13 Reasons Why for 2 teen suicides.
That might be what I was alluding to.
Apparently Selena Gomez produced it. I know that. She's battling depression, watched the show, and died 4 days later. I don't know. Maybe. What I was saying is a very unresponsible way of doing it. Maybe it did cause her to kill herself. I don't know. Who knows? No one can know. You know?
Ever.
You know, no one can know. That's the thing about death. It's just so final.
Like no one knows.
It's so like, it's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the curtain's closed.
Yeah. Yeah. What if, I don't know. I was said what if, like I had something. I was trying to say what if and then like go with it in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Have you played any Xbox recently? No.
No, last time I played was maybe last weekend, last Friday.
Yeah.
Played some Face of the Franchise.
I bought Trivial Pursuit, so if you want to get wrecked in some trivia,
Yeah.
that's available.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be able to hop on sometime this weekend.
I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. That's it for the Two Casual Podcast, episode number 10. Can you believe it? We made it to 10.
Didn't we say 6?
Oh.